Hello, my name is SonnyD, and the D stands for delusion.
Some of the girls feel like automatically I have an advantage over them because I'm awesome and I totally have it going on.
Today I'm going to be reviewing the third episode of Titans Season 4 on HBO Max. So the episode starts off with Mother Mayhem collecting things for some sort of ritual. I know she takes Raven's magic and she puts it in some sort of crystal. And we also see her get a ton of blood, which we later find out that this blood comes from people who come from a certain place in Azeran, I think they said. Somewhere in Africa. Don't quote me, I don't know this. I don't know geology. Geography. Anyways, the last time I said I don't have so many references for what to expect from these characters, but I did some research, okay? And Mother Mayhem is usually associated with Brother Blood, and his whole thing is that he's an eternal being. Not eternal being, but he lives for a long time. And he collects blood, which in the last few episodes we saw those people hanging up and their blood was being drawn. So that sounds like a key thing that might be coming up in the series. So also in the last few episodes we met this taxidermist guy named Sebastian who also happens to create video games. And one of the things in his video games he does is he incorporates this symbol. And this symbol is an occult symbol that for some reason Mother Mayhem is drawn to or using. But she fakes this phone call with Sebastian, and so she gets him to go to this office. It's basically a trap because at this office he witnesses something and he gets arrested for it immediately. Anyways, each episode has a previously on Titans section of the show, and they played a clip from when Tim was googly eyes all over the guy who works at Star Labs. So cut to the beginning of the episode where the Titans are all having a meeting inside the bus, and Dick tells Tim that he's going back to Star Labs to start his training. And while there, I'm thinking to myself, is Tim gonna get all googly eyes again for googly eyes? I keep saying googly eyes, more like hard eyes. For the guy that works there? We'll see. So in this meeting, Dick tells everyone, or at least he tells Corey, that because Raven's lost her magic, he needs to consort with someone who also knows things about magic, which is where we meet Jinx. Now, I remember Jinx from the Teen Titans show, and I loved her character. She's kind of ditzy but malicious. She kind of reminds me of Harley Quinn if Harley Quinn had magic. But back on the bus, Raven and Beast Boy are having a conversation, and Raven brings up how she feels Beast Boy might be a little sensitive to being in the Titans because he feels like he might not have a choice. And she brings up the fact that he went through some sort of experiment or something with Dr. Niles, who, for fans of the Doom Patrol, you would know that Dr. Niles is one of the main characters from the first 3 seasons. I just love Doom Patrol. I'm so excited for the 4th season to come out. But I thought this was crucial to mention because I feel like Beast Boy doesn't get enough exposition in the show or backstory, so I really liked this detail. And just a side note for anyone who hasn't seen Doom Patrol, I just feel like it is a great comic book show, especially for queer fans of comic book series. It's good representation and you should definitely watch it if you haven't. Anyways, this whole conversation leads to them going into the woods because Beast Boy hears something, and he ends up leading Raven to this place, which we saw in the last episode when he transformed into all those animals and we never got to see. He basically shows up at this tree where he gets a vision or a message from the dead corpse that are hanging up there, basically saying that when the blood moon arrives, people will follow him, or someone will follow him, something will follow him. So I'm very interested to see what happens there. Okay, jumping back to Dick, Corey, and Jinx. Basically, they get Jinx escaping from prison. Then, in order to get her help, they have to go take her to a dark elf. And Dick is apprehensive, but then Corey gets frozen in stone. Turns out they go to the dark elf for really no reason because Jinx can unfreeze her, which is a long story short. But in the car on the way, Dick taking Jinx to go see the dark elf, Jinx mentions that her and Dick used to be in a relationship. And I just want to say, Dick is a man-ho. Oh my god, is there a single girl he hasn't been with in this show? But you know what? Good for him. Anyways, while Jinx and Dick are on this whole adventure for no reason, Corey, while frozen in stone, gets a vision where they also mention the blood moon, only it is said that it's her destiny that when the blood moon arrives, she's like destined to save everyone. Which, again, interesting to see how that plays out. So yeah, as the episode ends and us learning about how Gar, or Beast Boy, has his blood moon destiny, and so does Corey Starfire has her blood moon destiny. I'm interested to see how these two intersect and what this all leads to. Anyways, that was my recap / review of the 3rd episode of Titan Season 4. Thanks for watching. If you watch this show, let me know what you think. If you don't watch the show and you just so happen to listen to me talk about it, maybe watch the show and get back to me on your opinions. Anyways, thank you. Bye.